Hello, dear friends, my lovely audiences. Welcome to the East-West Show, Jack Chow on the ICT TV. Now we are affiliated with CBS. We use the brand name ICT TV, which is good news. I believe that's a result of the collaboration of us with everybody, with all efforts involved, and you be part of it. Okay, now, we're talking about tomorrow. Gonna be the voting day. November the 6th is tomorrow. That is the voting day. That is precisely the moment you want to exercise your right of democracy to cast your vote on to people that you like, right? So with me is my good friend, Mr. Chris Shahinian. He is a wonderful human being. He was once a candidate for a U.S. Senate House, and right now he is a political commentator. He is very active. He is super active with the local event, with local politics, and with local day-to-day life. So to Chris, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Jack. Thank
Very
you,
good.
Jack.
And thank you, by the way, for your support all the past years. And today we are about exercising our right to cast our vote on the candidates that we believe we like, right? So,
Definitely.
what do you want to say in general about this election?
Well, let me tell you, historically, midterm election, normally it's a low in energy. But 2018 is totally different. This midterm election is bringing so much energy, so much excitement in this election that unprecedented. So, and there's a reason why.
Why?
This excitement, because some of them from 2016 election, disappointment from that election, energizing one base, and also for another base that they want to continue hold on what they were able to achieve 2016. There's a lot of energy, and I never seen before that before election people waiting in line to vote. In many states, absentee ballot skyrocketed. They don't know how this is going to end up. But all this, it's good that people exercising their right. But there's a negative of it, that people are getting up and vote because they are angry. They want to show that this country belongs to them, not to the other. If we go back 1950s, 60s, 70s, America was totally different. You get up and vote. After election, president comes, congratulate everyone. So everyone's, just like start building America again. 2016 changed that dramatically. When Donald Trump won the election, Hillary Clinton was ready to do fireworks to celebrate, and New York Times back then said 85% Hillary Clinton has a chance to win. When she lost, it took them 6 hours to come up and tell and congratulate Donald Trump. There was a tense moment in our country now, and what we have seen last 2 weeks, all this terror attack, bomb, killing, it's all coming from that pressure, that building up. It was building for 2 years. And unfortunately, we people ask our elected official to be the president for all, to diffuse situation, not escalate situation. And unfortunately, both sides. I'm a Democrat. I'm not ashamed to be Democrat, but I say both sides, they are fueling the situation. They're not doing the right thing. They are giving statement that, fueling people, making people angry. And the outcome is we have seen bomb, threat, killing, and so on. My fear is, I'm going to be very honest, I was a very young boy in the Middle East when I was growing up. I come from Lebanon, I born in Lebanon. As a young boy, I start witnessing protest weekly, demonstration. People that start breaking glasses, shops. And as a young boy, I didn't understand back then. And right after 6 months, civil war started. Thousands of people died. Hundreds of thousands of people died. The whole country they destroyed. The reason why I didn't know back then, who's going to control the country? And I see that now coming to US. Now, I remember when President Obama was elected, he said, there is no red state, there's no blue state, there's a United States. But that now, it's coming to a different ideology. I'm witnessing, and my heart is, I can't hold on anymore because this is too much now. This country was based on accepting one another, living with next door with different culture, accepting the other side of the ideology, culture. Now, it's not the same, Jack. Believe me, it's not the same. We are isolating ourselves. A lot of people, a lot of liberals from different states coming to California or to New York or Oregon. And conservative from California, they're moving to Oregon, different. So we are separating one another. That's not healthy. That's not healthy at all. So where does that come from? From our elected officials. Both sides. I'm going to blame both sides. Probably some of the Democrats is going to tell me that, how come you Democrat and you're not seeing the other side? I can see that. I can see clearly that our president is not doing his job right. He could have done much better job. But if we continue this path, I don't see healthy environment for our country. So this election 2018, there's a lot of excitement, anger. It's not good. I wish we get up and vote based on our belief, respecting one another.
I should say, all I can say is that thank you very much for opening up your mind. And thank you very much for giving us a statement that really speak of the truth, right? My reading of this country is that we are at a very critical moment because what we see is not a very healthy, right? We see people unprecedentedly divided. We see parties going unprecedentedly polarized, and we see violences, and we see uncivilized activities during election, for election, after election, and we no longer see the gentleman style in election. By that I recall Mitt Romney, I recall John McCain, I even recall Al Gore. When they lost election, immediately they pick up the phone.
Immediately.
There goes the congratulation. True. There goes the Constitution. By Constitution, you are declared the winner, the president. I, one of the people, you're one of my president. Of course, you deserve my support. Okay, thing. Now we no longer see that. Speaking of Hillary Clinton, it took her hours and after hours for her to clean up her own mess because she thought she was winning. She thought she was ready to do the fireworks and so on and so forth. And not only that, of course, I'm not saying everything Donald Trump is doing are right. Well, you can argue on that. You can argue on everything. However, it is not a principle. Whatever Donald Trump does is right or wrong. It is the issue itself is right or wrong. That counts. Okay, my dear friends, today with my brother Chris Shahidin, we're doing the voting guide. Hopefully we can give you some kind of a guidance about what to vote, how to vote, who to vote. Let's take a very short moment out. We come back to continue. Stay with us. Very good. Hello, dear friends, lovely audiences. Welcome back to the show, Jack Chow on the East West Show with ICT TV. With my friend Chris Shahinian, political commentator, we're trying to get to the point of how you want to handpick your candidate, your representative, who you trust that will represent you. Of course, before that, we started with a statement about the disorder we are in, about the concerns, the worries, the trepidations about this country, about our future. Sometimes we do see the pendulum effect take place and does a better job than staying on one side though. But you never want to swing too much on one side for too long, and well, that will make you unable to come back ever, right? So now, first I would like to focus on those propositions.
Okay.
We have 12 of them right now, only 9, because only 11.
Number 9
because number 9 was omitted, right?
Yeah, by Supreme Court.
By Supreme Court, so we have 11 remaining.
Yeah.
The number, however, represents each remains the same. 12
Yes.
is still 12. Not because without 9, 12 becoming 11. No, number 12 still number 12. The same thing, right? So let's go. I would like to go one by one with you.
Do you mind if I give 1 minute?
Sure.
Tell you about the battleground state, what's happening in overall, so the audience will understand.
Sure.
What is happening in United States overall, because it's not only California.
Oh, you would also better explain to my audiences what is the bill, what is the proposition,
Okay.
all right, and what is the measure.
All right. Okay.
Right,
So
okay.
let me just start with what's happening in this United States. This election is all over the United States, and we have a battleground state that battling to get win the majority. So today, as of today, there's 80 U.S. House battleground race, 80, and 71 of them are Republican. They're fighting to hold on to their seat, and none of them Democrats. As of today, Republicans have 235 seats on the House. They have the majority, and Democrats 193. And in Senate, we have 51 Republican and 49 Democrats. The margin is very narrow. But in the House, it's like we talk about more than 40 seats. But what's happening now, Democrats are trying to win at least 23 more seats.
2 seats.
20, not, I'm talking about the House.
Oh,
on the Senate, yes. On the House, if they can get 23 more seats, which they have good chance to win that, they're going to hold on, they're going to win the majority of the House, and Nancy Pelosi, she's going to be the Speaker of the House. And according to today, as the battleground states are Alaska, there's 2 seats in Alaska, Arizona, there's 2 seats, California, there's a 6 seats, battleground,
That's
Democrats, they trying to
That's
win.
10, that's
more,
10.
Yeah, 10, sorry. Florida, there's a 6 seat, Texas, 3 seat, Washington, 6
13.
seat, North Carolina, Virginia,
19.
Pennsylvania, Ohio. I mean, those are the states are battleground. I mean, Republicans trying to hold on to their seat, Democrats are
Devastatedly,
they are
trying to get over the seat.
because historically, when if it's red, the House or the Senate becomes, in midterm, they change. That historically. But no one knows what's going to happen in this election. No one knows. Prediction is, that's my prediction also, that Democrat, they're going to win.
Both houses?
The House, one House, not Senate.
Senate House.
Democrat, they're going to win the House, and
No.
Republican.
Senate or the
House.
representative?
House of Representative. House of Representative is like, the Congress.
So Senate, even though there are only 2 seats difference, so
Yes.
they have less chance of winning.
Correct. According to the numbers, even
And the
though
representative, the House of Senate, the representative House, even though 23 seats, they have a better chance.
because it's small district, you have more control. It's like because every state they have 2 Senate. Like Texas, they have only 2 Senate. To win 1 seat, you need 50% of the vote. It's too hard to change that dynamic. But there's a big battle going on in Florida, big battle in Texas. What is happening? You see Ted Cruz is like fighting now. So Democrat dumped millions of dollars on that battleground because they want to take one more seat. What happened? No one knows. But this is beauty of democracy. This is the beauty. That's the way we should fight. We should get up, encourage our base, get up, knock on doors, encourage people to get up and vote for your belief, for your value, for your proposition, for your platform, not putting down the other side.
Here's the point. That no matter how hard, how severely they're fighting their wars, as long as they are in the parameter of Constitution, we're okay.
True.
And after all, whoever benefits is we the people. We benefit from it, right? Okay, now, what I do denounce are the illegal activities, are the dirty politics, are the extreme left or extreme right. Those are the things that I go so strongly against.
But
right?
unfortunately, politics, Jack, is dirty. There's dirty games behind the scene.
Politics is dirty. It has to be dirty. There is. I know there is a limitation. There is a limitation. You have to be civilized man or woman to be dirty. How about that?
Let me tell you, but I learned my lesson. Good people, it's hard to win because people, they do all kind of trick. They change masks. They do all kind of trick. And good people, they have decent values. Like myself, I couldn't do certain things when I was Senate. I said, that's against my value. I can't do it. I can't do this mail. I can't send this mail out because that's against. But the other side, they don't care. As long as they win, as long as they have this seat, they don't care if you do make them angel or devil. That's unfortunate. That's true. And
all right, anyway.
They're really frustrating.
All right, anyway, we're talking about the pendulum effect. Anyway, come back to the question I raised that you might want to use this opportunity to clarify to my audience because lots of people do not know, right? Especially new immigrants. They do not have the education from the basic up. They do not know what is a bill, what is a proposition, what is a measure.
Okay.
Clear.
Bill is bill when we call normally when you go to restaurant you get the bill. That's not the same bill. That's different bill. The bill is we in California we have Senate and we have Assembly. Any law, bill is actually understand. Bill means law. Bill is assemblyman or senator propose a certain law, like rent control. I'm going to give it rent control because it's in our proposition. And first, that proposition goes to the committee. Committee discuss that, and then if they prove it, they go to the assembly floor. Assembly vote for it. This take process. It's not that easy. So it sometimes take a year, 2 years, and it's a process. And when they pass assembly, they send that bill, the law that's become law, we call it bill, to the Senate floor. And Senate vote also, in California we have 80 Senate and 40 Senate,
40 Senate, yeah.
and 80 Assembly. So Assembly propose something, they prove the Assembly, they goes to Senate vote, and then goes to governor sign, that becomes a bill, law.
Does a bill becomes
a law.
Okay.
Proposition is different. Proposition is, there's two ways of proposition. Of course, legislature, they can propose something, put on a ballot, people vote. When they have an issue, they don't have the right, or Constitution doesn't allow them to do certain things, okay, they dump it on a people. Or majority of the propositions come from people, regular people, like Jack or myself or group of people. They want to have a vision, idea for the state. They propose, for instance, I'm going to give an example. If I can do that, in 2 years, I'm going to put proposition to stop hunger in California, to stop food waste so we can feed the children. How I can do that? I'm going to first write proposition and send it to our state, and our attorney general take that and then discuss that, look into it, and then if he accept that, he can give me 180 days. First, I had to deposit $2,000 for that proposition. He can give me approval 180 days to get signatures. How many signatures? Depend how many people voted prior election for governor. Let's say 2016, 7 million people vote for government election, then 5% I had to get signature.
That's
in this case, about
335,000
signatures
Yeah.
I had to get in order to be on the ballot, that proposition. It's a huge job,
Okay.
but it's not easy to do that. And it takes a lot of resources, planning. You have to do it all in the state. So it's a lot of work. And
Yeah.
when you see proposition, believe me, they've done a lot of work,
I
and
know,
probably
I know. Okay,
they spend millions of dollars. But if you believe in it, you can do it.
Right.
Some people, they believe in certain.
And the measure.
And a measure, it's a similar like that. So a measure, it goes a similar way. Proposition, a measure 1 or 2, it's the same, different process. But the end result is to come to the ballot as a people. They have to vote. That's what it is. For instance, we have in Pasadena, we have measure ING. That's helping getting, again, taxing people to support a school, Pasadena Unified School District. That's come from a local.
Yeah, we used to have infrastructure measure. We used to have water measure, all kinds of measures. Those are proposed by the relevant group of people, relevant department, going through the same process anyway. And I'll add up a little bit. Okay, now let's wrap up for this second segment. And I really thank my friend Chris Shaheen for sharing the knowledge, and that will be helpful to some of my audiences, I believe, quite a bit. So stay with us. We'll be right back, please. Hello, dear friends, my lovely audiences. Welcome back to the show. Jack Chow on the East West Show with ICT TV. Today, with my friend Chris Shaheen, a political commentator, we try to pick up this moment because tomorrow is your voting day. It is at a critical moment now. If you're not voice out tomorrow, there's gonna be, well, another 2 more years for you to wait. Okay, now it is the moment. So back to the proposition, 11 proposition in California, this time of 2016 at the midterm election. And we would like to go one by one, please. And I'm going to share my views with Chris about whether we want to vote yes or no to each, right? To number 1, what do you want to vote?
Well, number 1, let's educate the audience what it is.
Yeah, sure.
It's a number 1 is authorizing bond, which is money they're going to borrow, billions of dollars, to fund specific housing assistance program, legislation status. Basically, this proposition is to build that 20,000 units for veterans and homeless people, which we have a huge issue in this. This is for veterans. Sorry, I confused both. This is only for veterans.
This is for only
for veterans.
veteran housing.
So
yes.
basically, my view on this is because veterans, they serve our country. It's federal issue. This is my belief. I believe federal government has to take care of our veterans. Each one of us has responsibility. Yes, I'm not denying that. But I believe this proposition 1, I will say no. just because our federal government is the one, the father, the main to help our veterans. And our veterans, they have lots of need, believe me. They need medical assistance, they need psychological assistance, all because they sacrifice their life for us so we can be free. I believe United States government, not California, not Los Angeles, is responsible to take care of them A to Z.
Okay, they are confusing us. They are confusing us by giving us this proposition. As a matter of fact, of course, by constitution, a state has its own state guard.
National
right?
Guard we have, yes.
National Guard. And then education is our own job. As for national defense, it is a federal job. Right? Federally, they have to either wage a war or take care of the veterans, the wounded soldiers, the veteran hospital, so on and so forth. That is totally a federal job and not a state. The state is trying to take advantage of that issue by raising this proposition to get extra money. They want to do something else.
True.
Right? That is why they are cheating us by using a federal issue. I would call upon my audience is number one, to give 100% to our veterans, because they are the ones, each and every single one, deserve a salute, deserve a bow, because they serve the country and they once put their lives in line, right?
True.
Now, yes, never confuse this with our responsibility. It is not our responsibility to take the state money to do the federal job,
True.
right?
100%.
So that's why
we are aligned.
That's why, understandably and respectfully, I would say between yes and no, I would choose no.
And by the way, we don't have a shortage of money when it's come to federal government, when it comes for military. Or so this year, actually, they got more than 50 billion extra for military. Veterans are should be part of that package, not outside package.
President Donald Trump has recently increased the national defense budget. That budget, partial of it, has to go with the with the veteran care. That is where the money is signed. What is that money? Where does that money come from? And still our tax money.
Of course.
Only who asks for it. So now, we the people as taxpayers, when there comes the federal asking for money, we say, okay, boss, okay, you have the money. And there's a state coming here and say, hey, we need the money. Okay, boss, you're my boss too, and here's the money. There's a city coming here and we need the money. And we are not a bank. So that's why, okay?
Believe me, veterans are being neglected. I think people, they use veterans' name for so and so, but I think we have to take care of our veterans. You know, a shame for us that they committed suicide.
We do have to, but not in this way.
Not in this way.
Okay.
Not in this way.
All right, let's move on. Number two, the homeless bond. So what do you vote on that one?
Well, we've talked about this issue together. Remember the homeless issue?
Yes.
How if someone is, we need to take care of the issue. Now Santa Monica is suffering from this homeless issue. Pasadena has an issue. It's because they come into our city. So every city, they have issue. And solution is missing. But a couple of months ago, Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti came with proposition. So that's healthy proposition. I think Los Angeles is doing good as far as addressing this. And this bond also, addition what Los Angeles is doing, is going to build 20,000 housing unit. I have lots of questions because when there's big kind of money, some people, they're going to get advantage, believe me. Some people, they're going to pay their salary, they're going to hire, but looking at the big picture, yes, some people, they're going to benefit from this. But if the outcome is the outcome, 5 from 10 years from now, if we're going to help our homeless people, we're going to give them shelter, we're going to educate them, we're going to put them on their feet, I am yes on that. If this is going to be again another game that they're going to take the half of the money they're going to use on administration, so and so salary, pensions, and then they're going to build about 2,000 units. No. So there's a lot of unanswered questions, but for the sake of our homelessness,
unfortunately, along goes with the propositions though. There's no guarantee of how you want to secure the money use. All right.
Unfortunately.
They can still squander the money.
Yes.
All right. Now, for us, do we want to care for our brothers and sisters who are so less fortunate that they are out on the street, in spite of the fact that we are still running into some risk of being cheated? I say yes.
I would say the same thing.
Yeah. Because being cheated is also a part of the cost.
They're going to cheat anyway.
No. Let me say it again. Okay, being cheated is also the part of the cost of doing the right thing.
True.
How about that?
I get it. So
you and I, remember you and I, we shared our tears on this issue.
That's why.
That, right?
That's what
okay,
I think.
now,
I can't say no.
For that pain.
Yes.
For that pain, I can't say no.
I can't say no.
I know I could be very much big chance be cheated once again. However, I take that as a cost of doing the right thing.
We're exactly the same page. I have the same feeling exactly.
Thank you for speaking the same language. All right, good.
Same thing. I have a lot of unanswered questions, but I'm going to say yes because just for our sake of our people.
I'm going to say yes. I say if they cheat me, please go ahead and hit me. I take that as the cost of doing the right thing. My dear brothers and sisters, this is how I love you so much. All right, now let's move on. Thank you. All right, and number 3, the water bomb. Okay, here's the water bomb again. Again and again and again, water bomb. What do you do?
Well, number 1, everyone like to have water, purified water. That's no question about that. I mean, I love drinking water.
All right.
We have to drink 8 cups of water daily so the body function. But what we need now in California, last time we built a reservoir for water, it was when the President Eisenhower was the president. Last reservoir we built. Our reservoirs are old. We don't have enough reservoirs to collect water. I think our priority should be, this is what I believe, we should build more dams so to collect the water. We don't waste water. That should be priority. We can give water for our farmers because it's going to be shortage of farmers. We're going to have problem there. And we do have a problem. So drought is coming. So we need to build more dams so we can collect water, not waste our money on this whatever fish and water, whatever. I have no idea what's behind this. So
do you make a long story short?
I would say no.
Make no.
I said
you make
no
a no on that, right?
No. But we have to build more dams, water reservoirs.
I agree with you, but I would like to make a little add-up to the issue. The add-up is that I myself, being on this position, almost do a show constantly on a weekly basis, a monthly basis, with the 2 of the water officials. Number 1, Mr. Tony Zampiello of California Water Master. And the other one is Mr. Ken Manning of the Water Quality Control of California, right? So according to, with them I learned from them I learned how California arranges water. Okay, now here's the deal. If Mother Nature gives California 100% of water, like this circle, right?
Yes.
Okay, now, we offer 50% for free to environmental control. In other words, for example, there is a small kind of fish for schmilt, kind of, that's kind of a diminishing species whatsoever. For protection of that, we offer the delta water to them already. Right? We let the water flow to the ocean without using it. So we already give up 50%. All right. Now, with 50% of remaining, about more than 50 of these 50, which is 25%, goes to our agriculture.
Yes.
Right? And then And for that, we're talking about 25 to 30% that goes to our industry. All right, goes to the industry. And then we, the people, use only 12 to 5% of water to our houses. Right,
Okay.
to our houses, right? Now, the way out for California to get water is to get water from this part.
True.
Right? What if we get 5% of this? Right? So, to asking for water is not, well, I mean, to get water doesn't mean that we have to pay more money. We may voice out, have the legislature of California change their water policies. This is crazy. This is crazy. Now, human race, okay, mankind needs water. California needs water. The small fish needs water. In between the two, who you want to save first?
No question about that. We know what.
No question about it.
We know what to do. And the same thing when we come to Proposition 12. I'm going to make a big statement when we come to Proposition 12.
Okay, now let's do a no on number 3.
No, on number 4, number 3.
Right,
so far, we all in agreement. So we all agree. Very good.
Good.
Very good.
And number 5.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Funding construction at hospital providing children health. Very touchy issue. When we hear about children, we just melt it. We can't hold it because our children are our treasures, our futures, everything. And I think children's hospital.
We have to take a break.
Yes. Okay.
We're too long with this segment.
Okay. All right. Take a break.
All right. Action. Hello, dear friends, lovely audience, and welcome back to the show, Jack Chow, on the East West Show with ICT TV. With my friend Chris Shahinian, a political commentator, we're going one by one of the propositions for you to vote tomorrow by providing our referentials. All right. Of course, we call it referential is because that it is only depends on ourselves how I, as Jack Chow, will vote, how him, as Chris Shahinian, will vote for your reference. All right. Now we were at number 4. Let's save time. Get on number 4.
Number 4 is funding construction of hospital providing children health. I think it should be yes because our children are future, and I know a children's hospital, they're doing a great job helping all kind of children. They have health issues. So we have one nearby here, City of Hope, and many hospitals. I believe wholeheartedly we should say yes on Proposition 4.
Okay, on that one, I vote yes too. However, I'll do a little add-up again. Same thing. We could be cheated.
Yes.
Because they have a bad record of cheating.
Believe me.
They have a very, very bad. This is not the first time we're talking about Children's Hospital.
We're
talking about that many times already, right? So where did the money go? So once again, the money could be drained, could go to the drain, could go elsewhere, could go to toy train whatsoever. Who knows, right? But the thing is that we want to still vote yes, in spite of the fact that we could be cheated, which I take as the cost of doing the right thing. Right?
We're on the same page.
Very good.
We're on the same page.
Number 5.
Number 5. Where is number 5?
Tax assessment transfer for 55 or above.
This is very interesting. I would say yes because let me explain. You want me to explain what it is? This is like people over 55. Myself, if I have a house, for instance, but I have health issue, my house is not suitable for myself. If I sell my house, taxes, and then if I'm going to buy a house that's suited for me, handicap, or it's going to be like taxing, it's going to be as a new property, I have to pay probably 4 times more tax on property. This proposition help only people they have disability issues that they can't live in their primary home because of their health issue. They will be able to move another house, smaller or any part of the state, without changing their tax status. So this is, I believe, it's smart, very helpful to seniors. I said yes on this.
Don't touch the seniors, please.
Yes, I'm not. So we're going to be soon
Because
seniors.
I'm becoming a senior myself. And you too, right? Don't touch seniors. We are vulnerable, all right?
Yes, we do.
Please, please, take mercy. We ask you for mercy like that.
Yes, I think yes on.
Let's give a
proposition 5.
yes on 5.
Yes.
Oh, number 6, the big chunk, big issue here, number 6. We've been talking about number 6 for a long time. I'll give it to you.
Okay, number 6 is 2017.
All right.
Our legislation that passed this additional tax for our gas.
Mm-hmm.
Every family have at least-
63 cents per
Yeah.
gallon of gasoline, $175 per registration.
Every one of us has 2-3 cars, correct? We have our children.
Yeah.
I have 4 cars in my
I have 3.
back 3.
Yeah, you're
4,
richer than me.
4
Yeah.
because 2 of my kids, they adult, and 1 is coming. So she's a teenager. So for us already, every time I put a gas, $40.
Yeah.
Believe me, $40,
Oh,
$50.
yeah.
And if you look at the station gas, it tell you how much tax you're paying for every gallon. It's a lot, believe me. We're paying a lot of taxes. And I'm going to talk overall, not just for this tax. A lot of companies live in California, big companies. They left California already. And people are leaving. Because California, we have this pattern that, we need money, tax them. We need money, tax more. Tax more, tax more. Where's it going to end this? We are talking about housing, homeless, we don't have enough housing price skyrocketed, all-time high. Living in California is so expensive. Believe
We
me.
have a prerequisite. We earn only so much,
True.
right? You are on salary, I'm on salary. We earn only so much, all right? And there's not a chance you can go endlessly, unrelentingly, go collecting money from us,
True.
right? Now, 63 cents per gallon, and then you're talking about $175 per registration. The past season of the registration, I've spent $1,000 already for my 3 cars,
True.
right? So
So basically, this is big no. Big no.
no.
Yeah.
I mean, yes on proposition.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
To get rid
Yes,
of.
yes. Sorry.
To get rid of the
yes,
tax.
well, I think what I'm saying, no taxing people, but yes on this proposition.
Oh, yeah.
No taxing people. Yes
Yeah,
on
let
proposition.
me
Don't get confused.
clarify
Don't get
one more
confused.
time. The proposition says, are we going to rip off the extra tax? You're saying yes.
Yes.
You want to say yes. You want to say yes. All right? Don't confuse, don't get lost.
Yes.
Yes on number 6. Okay, now. And they are cheating already. They cheating and starting already. You read again at the
I have all the facts, Jack. This
Yeah.
is baloney. This is baloney. This is ripping us again. We have
In-
$18 billion surplus.
introducing number 6, they say number 6 eliminates certain road
Yes, repair.
infrastructure whatsoever.
It's baloney. Believe me. We have $18 billion surplus this year. 18 billion.
All right.
It's not just that we don't have the money. We shortage. Our freeways they're gonna collapse. No. That's not true.
They're
They
lying.
have money.
They're
They have
lying. They're
billions
cheating.
of
They're
billions
cheating.
of dollars. They're cheating.
They give a different name already to
Yes.
number 6, saying number 6 will eliminate the infrastructure fixing whatsoever, repair.
That's hurting me because they are using our firefighters' name. They are using law enforcement names just to get money, to deep in our pocket to get us more in trouble.
Okay, let's move number 7, the permanent daylight saving.
I don't care, honestly.
I don't care either.
I don't care, Jack.
I don't care either.
I mean, daylight saving,
Unless I call it much ado about nothing, because we're used to it anyway.
I mean,
why cost money to reshape it, right?
I mean,
so once we were wrong, okay, let's do it the wrong
when
way.
people say, "Oh, our children are going to go on dark in the school," Change the hour of the school. Make it instead of 8, 9. What's the big deal? I mean,
What's
come
the
on.
big deal,
This is
all right?
stupid.
Pass it. And number 8, about the dialysis.
That's,
So, do you want to vote yes or no?
listen, I had a friend, he was like, goes to dialysis every 2 years. He died 2 years ago. I chat with him, for a long time when he was back then. He said, no, if I don't go dialysis, I'll die in a week. That's true. I know. And this service, it's like there's good service for them. Now, this proposition is, in order to clean this houses, there's corruption. Of course there's a corruption. There's no question about that. Do you think, in hospital there's no corruption?
Yeah,
They think,
yeah.
everywhere is a corruption. And this one, yes, there's a corruption. They charge, yeah, they do charge. Who doesn't charge? If you go to a hospital, if you get one Tylenol aspirin, it costs you $500. $500. So corruption is everywhere. But punishing people, they need that service. They don't have the money, they don't have. So that's, I think, in my heart, even though the numbers I say, they are doing this, they're not keeping healthy, clean, whatever, I can't, as a human, say, no on this.
You can't say no on this.
Yes.
All right. Same as me. Neither can I say no on this. I know I'm cheated. I know they are overcharging. Let them do it. I take that as the cost of doing the right thing. How about that? Once
Yes,
again,
we were same page.
because sooner or later we're all going to get sick, right?
Yep.
What if the same thing happens to us? I don't need a dialysis now. It doesn't mean I don't do it 10 years later. So let's give it a yes, please.
Yes,
If
okay.
they want to cheat, okay, let them cheat. We have God above us anyway. Let them do it.
Good,
Right.
okay.
Now, we have only time to do number 10.
Number 10.
Right. We're over time.
Okay, let me
but
go.
we still have to do
Okay,
10.
number 11 is yes. Number 12 is stupid. Because they helping chickens, whatever. We need to help our children. Our children, they go into bed every night, thousands of them, hungry. We need to take care of that, not chicken, whatever.
All right, I agree with you.
Okay.
Number 10. What do you mean?
Number 10.
what do
Well,
you want
this
to do
is,
number 10?
there's a two sides sword, and it depends which side you are. And understanding what's happening in California, people, they have properties, they are, they have no control. They are raising the prices tremendous. I remember a year ago, I was on a TV show in Glendale, a lady called me. She said, Mr. Shahinian, my tenant raised my rent $500. I'm going to be homeless. Can you call my landlord to tell him to give me a break? She was crying. She said, I'm going to be homeless. I had nowhere to go. When you hear this kind of stories, it's heartbreaking.
So,
It's heartbreaking.
okay, do you want a no or yes or no on number 10?
It depends which side is. I think it should be different type of proposition to understand the landlords. They have to have a certain limit, not just like, they have to have 5%, 3% limit, or it depends. This is very vague. This is not clear-cut issue.
So this number 10 gives the right for a government to see the rent control.
Each state,
All
city,
price control.
city,
all right?
yes, yeah,
okay.
correct.
Now, I support that. Not only because I'm a renter, and I'm not saying things only out of my pocket all the time, but you have to have common sense. The common sense is that you want to make money, I believe. However, you want to make money reasonably.
Definitely. And
Right.
but the reason I say questionable, I want clearer version of this, more specific.
Well, anyway,
but this fine.
I voted yes on 10.
We're fine with that. So
Okay, very good.
we're
Oh,
fine.
thank you for mostly we mutually agreed upon in each.
All of them. We
everything,
agree on all
right?
of them,
Okay,
back.
all right. Okay, my dear friend, we're over time, way over, but we're happy. And when you see this, which is tomorrow, and the 6th of November, please make sure, number one, for sure, that you have at least to go walk out to vote, or otherwise we're wasting everybody's time. And we're even wasting your own time. You are even wasting your own time. So if you're an immigrant, I would say you don't even have to be here because you don't vote, right? So let's walk out, exercise our right to vote, all right? So thank you, my dear audience. Wish you good luck.